Good day YouTube, Liquid12A here, reviewing a new twin-stick shooter for the Nintendo Switch called ATOMINE. As a matter of disclosure, we are making it known that this copy of ATOMINE was provided to us by Mixed Bag Games, so we could do our review. So with all that in mind, let's go ahead and see what this cyberspace has in store for us. There's no actual story mode to speak of, but the game does go out of its way to give context for what's going on. In 2011, the existence of a highly dangerous computer virus called Stuxnet was made known after it was discovered by some programmer. Stuxnet is a malicious spyware that spies on and attacks industrial networks such as power grids and oil fields. The titular ATOMINE is an antivirus created to destroy Stuxnet, but it first needs to compile itself into the source code, clearing levels, and grow in strength, getting upgrades, to do so. And that's where any semblance of a story ends. There's no high-stakes plot being set up, and really, as the game is presented, there's no real need for it. ATOMINE is a top-down roguelike twin-stick shooter. When you boot up the game initially, there's only a choice of one playable ATOMINE variant, with more unlocked based upon progression. When you enter the game proper, it's quickly noticeable that there's no tutorial, and you are thrown straight into the gameplay. This follows nicely into how the game works. In true minimalist fashion, and as advertised, you use the analog sticks to move and shoot, so no single Joy-Con play. Left stick moves around, right stick not only aims, but shoots while aiming as well. At first, it feels a bit awkward, having played twin-stick shooters, which incorporate most of the buttons available, but after a while, it kind of grows on you, especially with how fast-paced the action gets. The structure of the game is very particular. You're thrown into a gauntlet of levels, and some levels might have a mini-boss in between them. In every level, the aim is to destroy a certain amount of enemies before advancing to the next area. Enemies might look samey given the presentation, but there are differences in behavior, speed, and durability for each of them. Some are stationary, others chase you down, while some others might have a combination of aspects, such as being stationary but dropping an explosive upon being killed to punish any player not paying attention. They do keep you on your toes, especially with the procedurally generated level design. An aspect present in most non-boss levels are upgrade stations. You have to find them hidden away, marked by a blue dot on the minimap, and from there you can choose a singular upgrade such as more health or double experience, followed by customization of your weapon, modifying aspects like projectile type, with bullets or lasers as examples, as well as the fire rate, range, and spread. Note, however, that these upgrades are obtained as random drops from enemies, so each playthrough will be different in terms of how you upgrade the ATOMINE, complementing the overall randomized aspect of level design and enemies. This random design, however, lends itself to issues that can come across as questionable and create a sense that the game is harder than it was actually designed, and perhaps should have been. It's entirely possible that you're generated into a room with too many enemies at once, which proceed to tear through your health. Sometimes a level is finicky on which enemies need to be killed for the next area to open, as some enemies respawn whilst others don't. The bosses in between levels can either be cakewalks or wars of attrition depending on your upgrades. Worst of all, death is final. If you lose all your energy, it's right back to the beginning, albeit with any special unlocks like other ATOMINE types retained. These are issues which can make the game frustrating at times, so enjoyment, ironically true to the spirit of the game, can feel randomized. ATOMINE, owing to its cyberspace setting, has a unique look. It's not a bright paradise like the Grid and Tron Legacy is, but it's clear the developers wanted to deliver their own interpretation of cyberspace, and it's nice. There are even glitch effects for when you're hit, sometimes, or when Stuxnet tries to eliminate you and a QTE is necessary for preventing that, so the tech feel is authentic. If the glitch effects annoy you though, there's an option to turn them off, which is a nice touch. The music, while it doesn't entirely fit the cyberspace aesthetic as quite as well as the graphics, isn't exactly boring to listen to even when there's only a couple of tracks. Though the sound balancing seems to be off, so make sure to lower the music volume via the settings. Otherwise, there's good presentation here. ATOMINE is conflicting. The core mechanics work well, there are no performance issues coupled with a smooth, stable 60 frames per second frame rate, and it has good presentation. But it's the other side of the core mechanics, the randomization, which can drag the game down via sudden difficulty spikes. On the other hand, there's a lot to unlock and experiment with, so you're getting your money's worth with ATOMINE. If you enjoy roguelites, then it's for you. But if you're not a fan of games employing procedural generation, then be wary. And with all that in mind, I am giving ATOMINE on the Nintendo Switch a 3.5 out of 5. Let us know what you think of the game below if you buy it. A special thanks to Mixed Bag for making the review possible, and our patrons, who keep our site up and running. Make sure to like the video if you want to see more, and subscribe for more news straight from the source. I am Liquid12A, signing off.